Hello everyone, my name is Ghita and I am a Moroccan digital illustrator. I started illustrating from a young age, and the funny thing is that I wasn't illustrating at first. There was two neighbors of mine, two friends of mine, who were always buying these magazines. It's called Witch Mag, which every Moroccan kid know. They were buying these magazines, and there was a section in this magazine where they teach you how to illustrate. So when I saw their drawing, I was really impressed because they were really good. So I started hanging out with them and I started illustrating. And afterward, the funny thing is that they left illustration and they focused on other stuff, even if they were better than me, and I continued in illustration. Anyways, fast forward, I started illustrating, drawing in classes and my textbooks and everything. And when I got to the high school, I had a choice. I had to either choose economy or art applied, and that was my first big challenge because the whole family didn't believe in the art industry, and they were like, no, there is no future in it, and if you do economy you're going to work in enterprises and blah 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 blah. And I am really thankful for my mom because she was so brave, and I remember she was telling me like, choose whatever you want, and I was like, Mom, you know what, with the pressure of the society and the whole family, I'm going to do economy and I'm going to please you. And then I remember I went down to my room and I took all my old drawings and I started crying. And then my mom came and so she started crying too. She was like, oh, sorry, do whatever you want, I will support you. And I will always remember that, and I will forever be thankful to my mom because she was so brave. Fast forward to university, I studied in ESAF, Marrakech, École Supérieure des Arts Visuels, and it was one of my happiest times. But the funny thing is that I was never considered a good illustrator in my class. My classmates and my professors always considered me as a wannabe illustrator, so I wasn't really good. And whenever I drew something, my classmates will be like, oh yeah, that's really good, yeah, keep improving. And I remember one day I came to my professor and I told him, I want to do this concept and I want to do it with illustration. And I was showing him some of my illustrations, and I remember he told me, you know what, you just leave this apart because you're not good at illustration, it's not your thing, so just leave it. And I remember I was devastated, but I was angry at the same time. And I was angry at the school, at my professors, at my classmates, and I was like, I'm going to be good at illustration and I'm gonna prove them wrong. It doesn't depend on the technical style, it depends on the concept. You can have 50 people drawing manga, but only one stands out because that person has a really special concept in his drawings, and that's the most important thing. And that's what I teach my students. When I have a student that tells me, oh well, I don't draw well enough, and I'm like, no, you're a good illustrator. Good illustration is not always manga, is not always realistic. It's your style, whatever it is, but with a good and creative idea. I remember the first time I saw a Hayao Miyazaki movie, I was really young, and I was like I discovered a new world. I was really happy. And what I liked about Hayao Miyazaki is the concept. It's because he kept the Japanese culture. He didn't globalize it, and still everyone felt in love with it, and everyone felt related to it, even if it was a completely different culture and traditions. So I wanted to do that through my drawings. I wanted to represent my culture and my traditions, but still connect with other people that are outside my circle. And it's really hard to achieve that, and I'm still working on it, and I hope someday I will achieve it. And I hope someday I can make a short movie or a long movie like Miyazaki's movies, where I make people discover Morocco in a different taste, not the cliche taste of tourism. It's just like through the traditional stories and little details that no one knows. So that's my dream, yeah. question that I hear a lot in our community in Morocco, and the question is that can women create as much as men? Because if you see in the creative community in Morocco, we see a lot of men more than women. But the problem is not because there's less women in the creative areas, just because women don't showcase and don't make publicity for their work as much as men. And I just want to encourage you to do that. Put your work and be proud of what you did and make some publicity for your work, because it's worth it. And you have the same right as men to be appreciated. And I'm sure you will, because every man and woman has a really special touch that needs to be shown to the world. I always wanted to be a professor or a teacher that makes that does a workshop here and a workshop there and goes to different places and different countries and teach in different places, because it's going to help me as much as going to help my students. And I love I'm so proud of myself that I'm living that in such a young age. My dreams keep changing. But I like that, so I won't get bored. But my ultimate dream is to have a school in Morocco where I can have digital illustration as a specialty, or animation as a specialty. But I really want to have a school where I can teach Moroccans and Africans. There is a couple of people that I will always be thankful to. First of all, it's my mother. She is my idol. She is the bravest, the most wonderful person. She always encourages me and always accepts my crazy ideas and always follows me wherever I go, and I will always be thankful to her. I am very proud that a platform like Fuziaite exists. This platform is a perfect opportunity for them to showcase their work and connect with each other. Since we have it in an app and we have it everywhere, we can connect with other women and see how they work and their ideas on the creative area. And I think this is such a great thing, because it encourages women to thrive more and have more connections. So yeah.